shoot, I said that you claim it. Instant Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalker, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. We're back at it, and if you got a chance to see Frontline Gaming streams today, we had a great guest that showed up. It was John H. 1986 on Twitter. He came through. We had a couple of conversations, and I said, yo, why don't you come through? We talk. Get on the Discord. Listen, Frontline Gaming Streams is a place for you as a gamer to come through and we could talk, chop it up as gamers. That's what we do. We care about the games. We care about the games we play, the games we purchase, and how we rock with it. We don't care about sales figures. We don't care about none of those metrics because none of that matters when you're having fun playing games. Only thing that matters is what you got and how you game. But here on Xbox Frontline News, we're going to talk those numbers. And I'm going to tell you, you Final Fantasy dudes, you're going to get this smoke. Y'all dudes said you wanted it on Xbox, and y'all going to stick around. Now, if this is your first time finding this channel, please, thank you. You found your new best friend. It's me, King. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These videos go up. We do our thing. It's Monday, start of the week, and we're punching above our weight. But wait, we got to give people this smoke. Now, if you want to become a member, I drop videos over there for members. You can go see my video with Monster Hunting Now. That is a dope video. Go check that out. We're going to be moving and shaking with Capcom in Japan. But also, you got me with Magic the Gathering, fighting the dev. I want to know who wins. You want to know who wins. The only way you're going to see that, if you become a member, go check that out. But those videos is up there. You can check that out. That was from Summer Games Fest, and it was a wonderful time. But we got stuff to talk about here. I'm going to have to pull you dudes to the congregation. And this digital stuff is getting out of hand. Microsoft seems to be walking away from physical because digital seems to be more alluring. Is there more money in digital? Is physical the old way and digital is the new way? Can they make more money off of what they said? Can we get a cut? How can we use our data to get richer? They doing it on us, but I talk about that and more. And if you thought Borderlands was going to get away with what they did, well, I'm telling you something right now. We pull the veil back to show you exactly what Borderlands had in store for you. September is going to be a wild month, and Borderlands is making sure they run it up on you bums. You thought $80 was something. Boy, do I got a Borderlands for you. Da-dum, da-da-dum, dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Dun, dun. Dun, dun. For all you people that was out there wondering, waiting, hoping, praying, saying that Xbox won't have what you need, well, my man just says indeed. Yeah, we right back at it, B. Next generation Xbox rumored to support Xbox back compatibility at a hardware level. No emulation. So all the games that you have, you'll be able to play them. Kind of like a nothing burger, but something like a something burger for everybody that was hoping that Xbox will continue to support the hardware that we thought that they would be getting out of the hardware business. Listen, a lot of times people try to ask me, oh, King, where do you see the industry going? And my opinion is, based on what is laid in front of us, what is the most optimum course of action for Xbox themselves? Based on what they've done in the past, the present, and what leads to be the future, leads me to believe that Xbox themselves are looking at various pathways in order to get what's best for the consumer. Now, we know that in October, they're going to release the Xbox ROG Ally X and the Xbox ROG Ally. And we don't know the price points for this, but we do know in October that they should be releasing that console around there. If you can decipher the tea leaves, and price point will be on the rather, shall we say, expensive tip. Now, does Xbox and Microsoft view the console market as something they no longer want to subsidize, and they want to give you the best product that they can possibly give you? And in order to give you the best product they can possibly give you, they have to give you the most options available to the existing consumer and potential consumers. The existing consumers have fears like, will we have dedicated hardware produced exactly from Microsoft and Xbox themselves? The Verge, Tom Warren, said the rumor of the showcase that Microsoft might be allowing third-party OEMs like Asus to create their own version of the next generation console. That's not far-fetched. That is something based off of where you could project future-wise where they're going, with allowing the Asus ROG Ally to become a partner with them, Asus themselves, with an existing product in the marketplace, the ROG Ally, and combining their ingenuity with engineering to make it more ergonomically friendly, more aesthetically pleasing, with some of the engravings that's on the outside of the machine itself, and with the operating system being wholly supplied and manufactured by Microsoft and Xbox themselves. A Windows 11 device giving you more than what Windows 11 PC handheld devices have given you in the past, where they had you tweaking and twerking. Xbox just wants the machine to be up and working. So Windows Jez Corden has taken it upon himself to reassure gamers that back compatibility will be retained at a hardware level without even needing emulation. And he said that on his latest podcast, Xbox 2. Now, he said, I can pretty much confirm I'm like maybe 2 or 3 sources off writing a report on this, but the next Xbox is like 100% or 99.999% of running your console games. Now, why is this a huge thing for gamers? A lot of people don't like emulations. You can get stuff wrong, right? They like it to be authentic to the purchase that they made when they initially purchased the game. They don't want anything changed, and I can agree with that. I don't want to get anything, and I don't want any artifacts or stuff that's not supposed to be there in a game that I purchase. So again, I can respect that and I understand that. Also this, I can say 2 more things. My main concern, if this is an all digital device, what happens to my physical games that I do have? Are my physical games, or would you give a separate device? Now, Xbox has precedents in the past, and this is why I'm going to lean heavily on their past. They had, remember when they chose HD DVD over Blu-ray, which I thought was a mistake. They should have adapted to Sony Blu-ray. I think they would have further destroyed the PlayStation 3, but I'm glad that they didn't, because we wouldn't be where we are. But they put out a separate device, and it was an HD DVD player. It was a standalone device that you just plugged into the back of your, the Xbox 360, and it allowed you to play HD DVD movies. I have a ton of HD DVD movies, and I have the player itself upstairs. They lost, but it gave me the ability to play those movies. I hope and pray they release a separate drive that I'm able to a standalone drive that doesn't have to mess with the aesthetics, that you can just place on the side, non-intrusive, that can play the games. Read only, doesn't have a write function. You can price it competitively just for us to have the ability to play our older games. And it also gives you the ability to play the older 360 games. Listen, I'm not a leaker. Jez is what he does, and this is what he talks about. He's closer to the fire, if you will, and he asks those questions to be, because he writes for Windows Central. I don't write for Windows Central, but that's my guy, and he's always with the pulse of the community. And regardless to what you may think, my man Jez bleeds green. Switch 2s are being banned. If you use that MIG switch and they find out, they're going to ban you. So we have our first bricking of note outside of Reddit and everybody talking about what they did. I told you, I brought my Nintendo Switch to play the 1 or 2 games that I will get a year from this device. I don't care to mod it. I don't care to do anything other than play it how it was intended to be played. Now, I do have a little device that boosts the resolution and all this other stuff. That is something separate, and that's through a HDMI, and that's about it. It's non-intrusive. It doesn't have anything to do with the software or the hardware. It sucks if you purchase your device to do this and this happens to you. It also sucks more if you didn't plan on doing this to your device and somebody had you get that MIG or whatever that is, and it does this to your console. 500 plus down the drain. I want to know, what is this thing, this MIG? Please tell me what it does, and have you ever used it on a regular Switch? All right. Borderlands 4. A big topic before at $80 games. Now, apparently they walked back that $80 price tag, and I think you guys won. Bro, I never thought you were ever going to win at this game. See, the level of simpletons that are running amok in this community is insane. I watch you guys cry over $80 price tags of games coming out. And cool, I don't think it should be $80. Hell, I want to pay $20 for games. Basically, I want to play less than that. I want to pay nothing. I'm going to keep it beans with you. But September 12th release, Borderlands is going to explain to you what the DLC rollout is going to be. Now, Xbox Gearbox was criticized for $80 for Borderlands 4. Randy Pitchford went out there and was like, B, I'm not in control of prices. I don't know why you're coming at me like this, but if it is $80, make it happen. Dudes took to the streets. We won't buy your game. We won't buy your game. No, they actually didn't, but they talked on Twitter. They talked a lot on Twitter. But Borderlands 4, it official, the base version will be $70, $69.95. If fans decide to purchase one of the more expensive editions, they include post-launch content for free. Nothing is for free, B. You're paying for it before it releases. And let me tell you something. To get the deluxe edition, that's $100. You have reached the $100 mark, and you did it very easily without screaming and yelling. That's $20 more than that $80 price tag that you was crying about. But wait, there's more. Now, on the deluxe edition, you get the Bounty Pack bundle. 4 unique areas featuring new missions and unique bosses, 4 vault cards with unique challenges and rewards, new gear and weapons, new vault hunters and cosmetics, 4 new vehicles with new cosmetics. Yay! Well, simpleton, check this out. Not to be outdone by that Hondo, Super Deluxe Edition. The Super Deluxe Edition includes the previously announced Deluxe Edition rolled into the Super Deluxe, right? And that comes with the Bounty Pack bundle and an additional bundle. Ooh, you're feeling special now. The Vault Hunter Pack, 2 new playable Vault Hunters, 2 new story packs featuring all new story and side missions, 2 new map regions, new gear, weapons, new Vault Hunter cosmetics, and a new Echo 4 cosmetics. Gearbox did not reveal precisely how the Vault cards will work, but they did state the function is similar to how they worked in Borderlands 3, meaning you can expect more loot and XP for the challenges. And additionally, there will be free updates post-launch, even if you don't purchase an upgrade edition. It remains to be seen how much Borderlands 4 post-launch bundles will be, but Gearbox has confirmed that they will give you more information closer to launch. Now, the Super Deluxe bundle is $129. So, if you thought that $99 was crazy, 130 $130 is how much it's going to cost to get the full experience. So no, they didn't break you down. No, they gave you the basic for $70. But if you really want the full experience, all of it, all the berries and grapes and fruits and stuff with it, you want all the cosmetics, it's $130. Are you ready for $130 games? This is what I'm saying, and they're doing it to you without playing. They're going to run it up on you bums. Me personally, I'll wait till it hit Game Pass, B. Randy, you dudes are bugging. I actually got part 3, and I got Tiny Tina's to play. Miss me with this conversation. September's a lit month. Anyway, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, but I'm damn sure ain't paying $130 for you dudes. And you know what? I think 70 is too much too. So God bless, say less, have fun, be blessed. Not me. I guess it's for you. You can rub it in your chest. Goodbye. Oh, that was a Diddy reference. Pause. Yee. If anybody saw me on Fight Night Fridays, I tried to go live with Gears of War Reloaded, beta release date, and start times. They had all that other crap. And I'm going to tell you, I was trying to play this weekend. I tried to get it in. I tried to run it up on them PlayStation dudes. I saw fresh meat. I saw blood in the water. Sharks is here. You know how I do. I'm trying to get these dudes. But guess what? Couldn't get in. I was at the churning window, logging in, trying to find the dude. I was spinning the block. Had the ops all lined up. We was about to finish him off. Pause. But guess what happened? Couldn't get into the game. And I got to blame you PlayStation dudes. Why? Because we always been able to play Gears. And not until you dudes show up with your weak-ass servers and your lame skills that we couldn't get in there. I heard a lot of you dudes is turning off crossplay. That's probably what threw us for a loop, because we thought you wanted to smoke. Unlike a lot of other people that claim they want to smoke, we actually want that smoke. Bro, we've been doing this for 19 years. You just got here. Watch out for the bullet smoke, boy. We come through, we're going to give you shotgun roll, bang, bang, back up against the wall, shotgun roll, right back at it again. Why? Because it's fresh meat, easy kills. We got to run it up. This is what I'm looking for. But you guys wasn't available. I think they overloaded the service, honestly, in my opinion. Because basically, I wanted to make it happen, but I couldn't get into it because you guys didn't make it available. Hopefully next time, y'all don't duck this fade, because us Xbox dudes, we want all the smoke, and it's definitely going to go down. All right, Techland confirms how you can get the Dying Light, the Beast for free. Now, I know a lot of people are trying to figure out if I'm going to get the Dying Light, the Beast, we didn't get a chance to play it at Summer Games Fest, right? And we actually wanted to play that game. Me personally, I thought the game looked good. Now, it was supposed to be a DLC that came with the Stay Human thing, but they decided to launch that game as a separate game. I don't know why they did that, but I guess it's so much in that in the game that they decided not to just make it a DLC. Now, for those people that are trying to figure out if they're able to get it, how you're able to get it on August 22nd is if you brought Dying Light 2 Stay Human, but you brought the Ultimate Edition, that gives you the Beast for free on August 22nd, right? So a lot of you guys was trying to figure out. It's called the Ultimate Edition. Now let's say that you brought the base edition right now, right? And you upgrade it to the Ultimate Edition. Well, you still get the Beast, that game, for free. August 22nd, you're lit if you are in Techland and you decided to get that Dying Light 2 and you upgraded it to the Beast. Upgraded to the Stay Human Ultimate Edition, and then you get the Beast later on. It's cool. You're safe. Free game. I think that's cool. Especially when the verbiage behind it before it was supposed to be a DLC, and they decided to walk away from that and make it a separate game. I don't know what it will cost separately, but probably catch that joint on sale, the base. Or the Ultimate Edition on sale, and then you get that game for free. It's a win-win situation. Look at it, because I thought the game was fun. The next Nintendo Switch Direct is coming soon. Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be the featured game in the Direct. Like, why wouldn't it? The game comes out July 17th. So June 18th, the day before Juneteenth, they will have a live stream with Donkey Kong Bonanza present for the Direct. It would be their crowning achievement when it comes to the Switch 2, honestly, because, okay, you're playing a racing game, and I think you want to see the flexibility of the console. And I think Donkey Kong is going to give people a little taste of that flexibility. I put in Mario Galaxy when I got it, Zelda, but I think you want to see a little bit more flexibility, a game that is made for the Switch 2. Because, listen, for the launch lineup, I didn't see anything that appealed to me. Only thing that appealed to me was the racing. So maybe this appeals to me. Yes, it does. It appeals to me so much more. So, again, it's confirmed this week on the 18th, you're going to get a Direct, and more than likely, I'm going to be talking about that Direct if I'm not actually reacting to the Direct. You know, I think Nintendo's Direct is a little bit boring, but maybe I have a little bit more incentive to go with my Switch 2, and I'm sitting there enjoying the show with a game that I know I'm definitely going to buy, right? Because what else you going to do, right? You want to buy Nintendo's exclusive. So this is why you got the device. This is the device that is supposed to give you the best exclusive. So I'll mess with it. Are we going to deal with the elephant in the room, or we going to sit here and act like the elephant don't exist? We going to act like the elephant don't exist, son, or we going to act like the elephant is in the room? So I'm going to look at the elephant right in his face. I'm going to tell you, hey, elephant. According to sales figures and estimates, Final Fantasy 16 had a rough first week with Xbox. Now, why is that? I have absolutely no idea, because I'm not going to tell you that it was something great that was out that during that week other than this stealth drop for this game. Now, don't tell me that you didn't know that it was there. Don't tell me that, oh, King, I don't get paid till Friday. Well, Friday came and you didn't do anything. Now, you're going to say, oh, it's Father's Day weekend, King, and I had to shut the hell up. I don't want to hear it. They counted me as part of that 22,000 that actually purchased that game. Now, y'all been waiting all these years for it. I purchased it on PlayStation already. I already had it. I didn't have a reason to buy it, but I brought it. You know why I brought it? Because I want to show Square that we care. That part. I actually want to play it in this ecosystem. Now, you're going to tell me that Digital Foundry downplayed the game, so dudes that was going to get it didn't get it. First of all, it's $50, right? It's $50. $70 for the deluxe pack if you're going to get that. It's $50 for you to jump in and swim. Now, you guys not jumping in and swimming, I can't condone this type of behavior over here. You guys wanted this stuff. The stuff shows up. I wanted it. I went out and got that. I'm part of the counted. Count me in as part of the help, as the front line, pushing the line, advancing, if you will. How the hell are they going to advance anything over here if you guys acting like this? Apparently, there's at least 40 million of us. If it's 40 million of us, how come this only sold 22,000? If I can give them dudes a smoke, I'm definitely going to run down on you. First week, them dudes did 3 milli. So it's 3 million of them that stood up and said, give me that. 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 To 22,000? Hold on, man. I know it's more change in your couch cushion. Now, first of all, y'all giving credence to a lot of these dudes saying that y'all don't buy no games. I ain't standing with you. I'm standing against you on this one here. You save a lot of money in Game Pass, B, and I know you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that you thought this game was coming to Game Pass, because it wasn't. Click, click, boom. It was never going there. All right? I knew that from the rip. So if you think 7 Remake is going there, it's never going to Game Pass. But guess who's gonna get that one too? I'm gonna get that one too. And when Rebirth show up, I'm gonna get that one too. I'm sick and tired of you dudes doing the worst. Step up, do better. I demand better. I demand better. I know at least 10,000 of you, my subs. I know 10,000 of you got it. I know that. And don't tell me that I don't really like Japanese RPGs, King. Then don't stand up and cheer like I did. Don't shout it out. Don't say it with your chest. You've been tested. You came up lacking, B. You came up lacking, and there's nothing around this fade. And don't tell me they got double the sub, they got double the consoles out there, King. All right, they got 80, you got 40. They sold 3, you should sell 1.5. I'm not taking this as no excuse. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. You've been capping all this time for this game. I don't care what you say. You better go get it. Today on Frontline Gaming Streams, we had a new person that showed up, and I'm gonna shout out to John. I think it's 1986, John H. 1986, for coming through, because he's a guy that had a conversation on Twitter, and I gave him an open forum to come out and hang out on Frontline Gaming Streams, where we play video games, talk video games, and have fun. But to the greatest metrics of what we were talking about, because he was talking about sales figures and stuff like that, and I asked him questions. Was he a stockholder in any of these companies? And no. And I highly encourage you individuals, if you don't own stock in these companies, who the hell cares about sales numbers and sales figures and all that other stuff? Do you have a game? Does it work for you? Fine. Case in point, Final Fantasy 16. I purchased it for Xbox. I purchased it for PlayStation. You couldn't tell me that it came out more sold on PlayStation than sold on Xbox. Because really what it mattered to me was exactly the copy that I purchased. But apparently, for argument's sake, individuals want to figure out why PlayStation sells games and what happens after the sale. Same thing with Xbox. I told you before, the biggest thing in this world is your data, and your data is what costs. And allowing people to have access to your data is what they sell. Sony sells data, Xbox sells data. The games that you purchase, you are a commodity. That's why they locked you into this ecosystem, to have this proverbial chain wrapped around your neck, if you will, to extract data from you. And that data is being sold to the highest bidder. Now, when you do have your portfolio, you understand exactly who that data is being sold to, what companies is using your data. Now, after that companies get your data, where that company goes, that data is sold, resold, and repackaged and retold. But you are targeted. Now, player acquisitions for PlayStation and Xbox publishers, what they have is they have effective devices that are, and programs and algorithms that are used to reach players where, discovery starts to happen. What they want to see is your buying trends, stuff that, how would you say it, sees what you're more predicted to purchase, how you are predicted to move in a space. So smarter targeting for a smarter audience. They're able to target your behavior signals, identifying and reaching players who engage in gaming and content, follow console influencers, and deep dive in specific genres. Platform affiliates deliver relevant creative to PlayStation and Xbox users based on the usage patterns and interests. Lookalike modeling, expand reach by targeting audience similar to your most engaged and valuable players. Listen, you are a data point. And in this data point, they use that. So when they tell you that they're going to monthly active users and engagement metrics, that is based off of allowing shareholders to know what you are viewed as and the only thing that you're worth. To them, you're a recurring token that they get to sell, resell, rebuy, resell, and distribute any way that they choose. Those user agreements that you're signing, those licensing agreements, that stuff when you say, can we use your data, and you put yes in that box, well, you're part of the problem, and there's no real solution exactly for what it is, because you're in a digital era where every footprint you leave. You see this watch that I use right here? This watch tracks my data all the time. It tracks my telemetry. It tracks my location. It tracks my heart rate. It tracks everything. Now, this could be a good and bad thing, right? So if something happens to me and they're trying to figure out exactly what it is, they can look at all the data throughout the week and all the stuff that I did, and this data is sent back to Samsung. When I signed that stuff, when I digitally signed it, I got the phone, got the watch, boom. I was a digital commodity for these people. I'm paying them to buy my data, and to give them my data. I'm paying them to give them my data for them to resell my data to someplace else. The same way that we buy these consoles and we buy these games and we do all this engagement and they take our data and they sell it, we're paying them to make more money off of us. I really want y'all to understand exactly what everything is doing. None of them are absolved of guilt. Right? This is the reason why you have VPNs to lock you away from certain things and they don't know what you're doing. This is the reason why you want to play offline and you have physical consoles that aren't tethered to the internet. This is the reason why retro gaming is so prominent and with people that are conspiracy theorists, because you don't know exactly what they're doing with your data, where they're taking your data, and how they're using your data. Right? Because at the end of the day, you are just a number, will only be a number to these large corporations. I told you before, buy what you want, do what you want, and be smart in how you do it. If you can escape from this matrix in which they have us locked in, understand that you will find true freedom. But during this, you will lose a lot. I'm telling you. And maybe they might take this channel down based off of what I said, or maybe they might remove this video. I have no idea, but what I'm telling you is this is what they're doing with your data, and your data is valuable, and it's so much more valuable than you truly think. The most popular games right now that are being played in Xbox Game Pass is Warhammer 40K Space Marine and the critical acclaim hit The Altars. If you didn't get a chance to play either one of those games are available inside Game Pass right now. You saved the money, now play the games. Go inside, have fun, check them out. I myself got to play Space Marines 1. Hell, I got to finish Space Marines 2. And I didn't get a chance to play The Altars. Now, it was available for me to play on Steam. I chose to wait. Lord Cognito and Lord Attic decided to jump in. And from everything that they told me, that the game is incredible. I think Lord Attic finished the game already, and he's on his next playthrough, while Lord Cognito himself is probably at the end right now, if not ending it, and he's definitely going to play it some more. So I've saw these guys feverishly playing this game, The Altars, and I can attest that they have said that the game is phenomenal. So again, those two games are a double banger right now. Pause. Inside Game Pass. Go check it out. Warhammer 40K, Space Marines, the first one, and The Altars. Two different games, two compelling games. It seems like Xbox is the only people that's willing to take the plunge into completely all digital. The age of the physical Xbox games is coming to an end. With the Outer Worlds 2 just being digitally with codes and Xbox Play Anywhere, the death knell is in tow. We can see it happening. This does not mean Xbox will stop releasing physical games on Xbox just yet, but this means some major release games are definitely seeing the signs of the time. with games costing $80 and you're not even going to get a physical copy of the game, Xbox dudes are saying, what the hell is going on? Now, really, that $80 thing don't mean nothing to me based off the fact that I have Game Pass Ultimate, and apparently the rumor in the streets is the Game Pass Ultimate is about to go up in price, right? I doubt it, but let's see what happens, right? I'm not going to flinch off of a rumor. You doing that, I don't give a damn. You got to hit me first, and if you get close enough, I might knock you out. But anyway, back to the part of hand. Digital, it always takes the bigger entity to push the industry to where they see it going. I told you before what all digital means. I told you what you are to them as a data point. You will always be a data point. Having you locked in all digital eases the burden and fears of you taking your data offline. Them not being able to access how you game, what you like, what part did you pause, what happened, when do you normally go to the bathroom. All of this stuff is documented. You don't know what data point you are. You are a living vessel for information. So going completely digital gives them that. Play anywhere is the Trojan horse in gathering your data across many different devices. You may see it as a boon and something that's incredible, and it is. You buying one game in one place, playing it in your console, getting up, playing it on your phone, going to your room, playing it on your ROG, boom, going across country, doing it, playing it on your Fire Stick. However you doing it, your data points will dictate so. If you play cloud, if you play streaming, if you play off disk, if you play digital, all data points lead to that. But the digital era, Xbox is pushing that harder than anybody else. Play anywhere is the Trojan horse to have you completely all digital. Because considering this, and you must have to hear this, if you have a disc, you can't play it anywhere. Fully digital allows you to do so. Remember what I told you. Always keep that third eye open so they don't pull a fast one on you. But again, The Outer Worlds 2, completely digital, large drop. They're using this data point to see exactly if any of those other games need to have that. And trust me, if they continue to win this way, making more money off of your money, investing you to other people, Sony and Nintendo will follow suit. They already have the pipelines. Understand, no matter how much you scream, you're already digitally locked in, and you're not going to walk away from that library. So let me hear you fraud scream, because I'm telling you what's going down. I got to stop saying, well, thank you for making it this far, because this is the part where we talk about the stuff that we talked about, right? Now, you got a chance to see a game that I love in Tenant. I want to, matter of fact, let's run that. You tell me what you think about it, and we get right back to it.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenant of the Spark.
The true power of the spark!
It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines. Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization. All at the same time. You got it, right?
Ancestor, I need you.
And it's not just for show. You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles.
It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask.
Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risky roll with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark. Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look, psh, psh, psh. Watch the hook, watch the hook.
We're not dropping the release date yet because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenant of the Spark on Steam.
And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Now, this is the game that I was talking about before when I was comparing it to, I think it was like something for Blood. Battle for Blood or something like that we saw at Summer Games Fest. And this is the first game that I saw that was like that. I like that open world beat 'em up, the evolution of the side-scrolling beat 'em up and a different take on it. Game is phenomenal. You see what the dev is talking about. You see what it is. I think that's something that you would like. Me personally, Fight Night Fridays, we're going to get busy with that. Now, speaking of Fight Night Fridays, a lot of guys out here think that I got beef with Cormega. No, I don't. I want content creators to get together and make content. If you do this, then why can't we do this together? See, when we do that, we all win. When we selfishly sit in the corner and play some games and don't invite people on or don't have people around, we can never grow. That flower in the dark won't never grow. But together we can build a garden. And that's what this is about. This is about each one teach one. And am I my brother keeper? And yes, I am. We're going to grow this together, regardless to what. But how the hell do we get out of this matrix locked into this digital libraries where I feel that Xbox is pushing an all digital universe, right? From Play Anywhere to quick resume to digital downloads that are super fast, to uploads that are crazy, to streaming in cloud, and they're investing more in their streaming and cloud infrastructure in the background from what I heard, because they're trying to push it up to 1440p and streaming, because you guys have made it now appealing for them to invest heavily into cloud and AI. The numbers indicate so. The data indicates so. You guys are doing more than me because I don't stream any of that stuff, right? So us looking at you, we're looking at you with three heads because basically somebody's pushing this metrics. Xbox is investing in this, but the digital life, that's what they're going for. Now, I think that's a little bit scary, right? And I'm going to tell you why I think it's scary. Because the next console, it was going to be all digital. I don't think they're going to have a disk drive on this thing. And remember, you brought this, but you better give an option for us. See, PlayStation had the foresight to say, fine, we're going to give you a slim version or whatever the hell we got, all digital, but we're going to sell you the pregnant baby carrier that you slap on the side of your device, and that way. Now, they were slick with it because unless you had an internet connection, your disk drive was not working. They were slick with that, right? I know Xbox is going to be equally as slick with it, you know, so I expect it, but please make sure you have it because I do have physical games that I do want to play. I have a crap ton of them that's under here. I got all my Gears of Wars. I'm not buying them again. Don't try to play me, B. I'm keeping it real with you. You better keep it real with me. But what's up with Gears of War wet in the bed with the online connectivity this weekend? Like, I really wanted to get it in and run it up on these bumps. I wasn't able to do so. I want to know, tell me in the comments if you was able to just, peel back some caps on these dudes. I wanted to know. How many of these dudes did you lay down in the dirt? We can't have these dudes running around here, son. We got to put them away. Video games only. Keep it cool. I know you guys be taking this stuff literally. Keep it cool. Y'all be trying to act like this is gang signs. It's not. It's not really. They're gamers. We got to beat them in. We can pause. We got to get them in. Got to beat them up. Got to have fun. But Borderlands, all y'all crying over this $80. Nah, $70. Stupid. $10. Y'all was crying. They ran it up on you pumps for $130. $130 cash. Did they not look at Techland? Techland was like, all right, fine. If you bought our upgraded Ultimate Edition of our joint, you can get the beast for free. Pause. What's up? Randy and these dudes is really getting crazy. Tell me what y'all feel, man, because I'm looking at this stuff like these guys got to be bugging, right? But once they digitally lock you behind in, these dudes just talk about raising prices on Game Pass. Their cadence is crazy. I ain't gonna hold you, son. Please, PlayStation, follow suit. Do what you do. Start losing and start to follow suit. Put your games day and day. I'll pay the 22. I'm on that. I'm on it like that. I go to Yode. Yo, but I had an epiphany today. We're going to be in Japan the same time Ghost of Yode come out. I'm going to go dressed in a kimono. I hope it's not disrespectful. I'm going to see what's respectful and what's not respectful. But if not, I'll probably go in a jogging suit, Dragon Ball Z jogging suit. And I'm going to go pick up Ghost of Yode with yen. I'm going to pay for it with yen in Japan. Hell yeah, I'm getting that copy. It's a one-time thing that I'm going to be able to do. You best believe it. The boy going to do it. And I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show it, and I'm going to spin the block, and I'm going to flow with it. And I'm going to tell you about that time. I'm going to let it go with it, because if y'all come out and say that Ghost of Yode is playable on Steam day and date, which I'm hoping, I'm going to have that ROG Xbox ROG Ally X on the flight home playing that joint, because I'm going to pick it up digital in Steam. That'll be 2 purchases on moi, the king. And just to do that, I'm going to record that, because that's going to be in the documentary documenting what I did to you. It ain't no better way to show you how I can run it up on you bums than going to your homeland, buying your first party game with your currency and flying back on my device, on the flight, playing your game. Probably beat it, because it's a 16-hour flight. Play it from beginning to end. Beat it when I get home. Platinum it. Well, you can't platinum on Steam, but knock it out the box. And y'all did it. Y'all made it available. So I appreciate you guys. So this is the part in the video where I'm going to tell you, like, follow, subscribe. Hit that notification button, because I drop videos daily. I'm the king. Ain't nobody going to outwork me, B. But I'm going to tell you, like I always tell you, oh, guess what comes out tomorrow? You guys thought that y'all was going to get Crash Bandicoot out the way. Crash Bandicoot 4 for y'all. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw that logo around Crash Bandicoot 4. And I'm going to tell you, like I always tell you, try to play the Game Pass.